What's up YouTube, Elder Sage here, coming at you with a whole new video. And today I'm coming at you with week 1 of the WSS, and it's against, I think the matchup is NJ Marowaks versus the Iqualuit Infernapes. I don't really know how to say that, but anyways, this is the guy that sniped my freaking Polytoad, the mon that I just wanted so bad. We both had wheel picks. He was number 1, I was the last person, number 16. And he just so happened to pick it up right before I picked it. But anyways, this is the matchup right here. And actually, before I move on with this, let me show you what sets I decided to bring, like a quick little team builder. So definitely I wanted to bring in Fable, the Clefable. And this one, like I was kind of like unsure what set to bring on it, but I finally decided with like a Babiri Berry, because I know he has Scissor and that does like a lot of work to me. So my first initial plan was to just have the Babiri Berry, however you say that, and just like take some damage and like counter. But apparently you can't have Unaware and counter on the same thing, because I don't know why. I think that's like a generation 1 thing, so it's not allowed. So I just decided like I'm gonna have to take the L. If he starts boosting with his Scissor, I'm really gonna be in trouble. But I just had the Cosmic Power just in case anything crazy happens. Like if I force a switch or something, I could kind of like just be that game changer. And Stealth Rocks, I really didn't want Stealth Rocks. I wanted something else like Healing Wish or something, but I was kind of like, you know what do I have to lose just to get like a little bit of chip damage? Because my mons, I don't necessarily have wall breakers, so I need to have like some chip damage so I could just finish things off, especially if the matchup is bad. And also I got Ecstasy and the Excadrill. You know, I just decided to go full on out special defense, because once you put special defense investment on Excadrill, this thing is a freaking tank. It will take anything you throw at it. And I just had the basic rapid spin because I knew for a fact I cannot have rocks up, because I had my berries up and everything on some of my mons. I had a focus sash on some of my mons, and I just had some crazy things that I just can't be sabotaging like that. And Mega Medicham, I kind of put this on just so I could have some physical coverage, and just so I could get like that priority fake out, just to do that heavy chip damage. So I just went for full on out attack. Max speed, because honestly I don't expect them to be taking hits. Honestly, like I just fake out and run, or fake out bullet punch and then I run out. I think I had bullet punch on this one. Yeah, I had bullet punch. And then African Man. Now this one, he was crucial because he has so many water types. So I was just like, okay, I definitely need this. So I decided I didn't really want to go full on offensive with it, even though he has like offensive stats. I mean, I definitely could have put some more defense on him, but I just wanted him to just hit and run, basically just hit and run, chip away his team. He had an Electivire, so I knew for a fact I can't freely start like spamming electric moves, so I had the Hidden Power Ground just for that. And then I had the Grass Knot for something like Palpitoad, Omastar, and the Thunder Wave. That was the crucial thing I really needed, because if he started boosting on his water sweepers, I needed a quick way to shut them down. Like that had to happen. And the Yachi Berry, in case he decided to be slick and he tried to hit me with like a boosted ice move, then I take it and then I just run out or something like that. Just run off on him. Now Pina Colada, the Ludicolo. This one, I had a Kustap Berry or Kustap Berry. Now I had this because I didn't want to go full on out. I didn't want to go full on out speed. I basically just had enough speed that I can outspeed an Omastar before it does Shell Smash. So I had a whole bunch of HP. Then I had the special attack investment and everything, just so I might take a few hits, and if he was to knock me down to like what, 25% or below, that's when like I could really shine with this. But I had to conserve him because I needed a way to handle Polytoad, and I needed a way to handle like all his water types or something like that. So Hydro Pump and everything, Giga Drain. Ice Beam for any shenanigans that happen, and Focus Blast in case he brings out his normal types. Now Slim Shady, because he has a Kofagrigus, so I needed a way to just like get around that, because that could really stop a lot of my mons in this tracks. It can stop Medicham, it can stop Excadrill, and my Pina Colada, it can't really break through that. Like that's that one mon that like if he started setting up Calm Minds, it would have been over for me, because there's no way I could have broke past it. So yeah, that's why I had the nasty. I don't think I had Nasty Fall. Yeah, I had Counter. Yeah, so I had this also as my second way of dealing with Scissor. So I had the Sash Up. That's why I couldn't have Rocks, because if he was to blast me away with like some crazy move on this, I'll just sponge the damage and just counter it right back to the Scissor and just knock it out. He'd be like, what the fuck? Like, what? And then, yeah, like that's the also thing, just to play mind games, because you don't know which mon is what. And also, the Dark Pulse, Focus Blast, and just a Sucker Punch, just so I could get some, because once I go to my Sash, if he's stronger than me or something, just so I could get some normal damage off of him. Okay, now straight on to the match. Okay, now this team, it was kind of exactly what I suspected, except I didn't think he would bring his Salamence. I thought he would bring Kofagrigus, and I didn't think he would bring I knew he might bring Primeape, but I didn't know if he would bring Seismitoad, because I think he would have brought, well, I knew he was gonna bring a Water Sweeper. I just didn't think he would bring Gyarados, because I thought he would bring like Electivire or Buffalon to like support his water guys. But okay, so okay, it started right there, and whatchamacallit, once I brought out Thundurus and then he brought out this, I was kind of like, yo, I don't really know what he's gonna do. If he's banded, like that could really screw me over. But I decided, I was like, screw it. I know he might switch out or something, but I'm not gonna reveal, well, yeah, I'm not gonna reveal that I have like Grass Knot or anything. I just wanted to catch him by surprise, so I was just like, screw it. I just was like, if he stays in, I just want to paralyze him right now, and just, that would be like the best thing for me, because I'm literally weak to 3 mons on Scissor, 4 mons. If his Scissor has Superpower, Bug Bite, and Bullet Punch, which most of the times it does, I'm basically screwed, because it takes care of Clefable, Excadrill, Ludicolo, and Zoroark. So he brought this in as expected. Yeah. And here's when I used my Grass Knot, but then he did a double switch, and I was like, oh shit. So he basically just scouted out my whole moveset. And I think he thought I was gonna switch, so I was just like, screw it. And right here, I was thinking so hard, I'm like, yo, do I really want to sacrifice Thundurus? Because I really need him for like later on. But I took the bold like risk, and I just decided like, just parry it and just run away. So yeah, he decided to stay. And I kind of didn't really know what to do about this. If he was to hit my Medicham right there, that could have been really bad. I don't know why he didn't stay in though, but anyways. This thing was so annoying, because I didn't know how to get past it, because I didn't have any electric coverage on any other thing. So yeah, he brought in this. I knew he was gonna double switch, so that's when I switched into Clefable. But I didn't think that he was gonna bring this out. And right here, I was like, okay, I know he's gonna expect me to switch, because I know they're gonna carry Life Orbs. Well, not Life Orbs. I knew that he was gonna carry Sludge Wave, so I was just like, fuck. I don't want to just make that hard switch into something that I know I can't beat it, because if I switch to Thundurus, he's gonna switch too. So I was just like, you know, fuck it. Clefable, he can't really do much. He could do a lot, but I'm not gonna bet on him, so I was just like, fuck it. I need to get rid of this thing. I need to take care of some of the other mons. So as you see, I set up the rocks, and that actually did a lot of damage. I didn't think he would bring the, whatchamacallit, I didn't think he would bring a Life Orb, but apparently it looks like it's supposed to be a Swift Swim Sweeper. But I also kind of felt that he didn't want to bring out his Politoed, because he saw that I had Ludicolo, and I don't think he really wanted me to abuse it, because I would have outsped him and messed up his mons. So yeah, here I was just trying to stall out a little bit, and it just sucked a little because I was slower. And right here, that crit, I think it was pretty good. Like, that crit really, it saved me the trouble of having to have another mon come in and like try to mess this up. I think like it would have ended up the same way. But yeah, so he brought out that. I don't know why he did the double switch. Well, actually that's not a double switch, but yeah. So right here is like a really pivotal point in the match, because I lost the mon, he lost the mon, and I had no ways on dealing with this, and he started roosting. I was like, oh my god, like, it's literally over for me right now. And I was like, if he has superpower, which at this point I didn't really see superpower because he had roost, so it's really just swords dance, roost, bug bite, and U-turn. No, bug bite and bullet punch, or U-turn. But yeah, so he just started trying to stall me out, and I was just like, fuck it, like, I'm just hoping for some hacks. Like, honestly, it's not even hacks if it's like part of your strategy, because I knew if I was like to para his crimson, like, that's me sacrificing a mon just so I can make sure that he can't attack at all times. Like, I think that's part of the strategy sometime, and it's like, it sucks ass, but it's part of the game, to be honest. Yeah, we just went back and forth. I honestly didn't even intend to like do this, but I was just like, you know what, fuck it, like, there's honestly no other way for me to do this. So I was just praying for the hacks and the flinch, and then I took this down. I was like, oh my god. I honestly thought he was gonna switch, but he didn't, so I was just like, yo, this kid. And here, right when he brought out Gyarados, I knew he was gonna Dragon Dance. Either he was gonna Dragon Dance or he was gonna substitute. And I honestly didn't want to. Who wants to like let a Gyarados sit up on them? My unaware Clefable is already gone, so I can't really stop shenanigans. So I decided to make a bold prediction on this one, and then I went into Medicham, because I knew I could break his sub, and that's all I wanted to do. So I broke the sub right there, and I was so happy I did, because if it was bulky, I would have been screwed. So yeah, I took that thing there, and at this point of the match, like, okay, I was like, yo, like, I'm literally in like I'm in a bad situation right now, because he's set up on me right now, and I can't take him out with Zoroark. And Medicham, I'm really about to just sack him off right now. And I was just like, okay, like, there's nothing for me to do. I do have Bullet Punch, but it's only going to do like 15%. So I was just like, alright, let me just Bullet Punch, just get a little bit of like, just a little bit of some chip damage, because I did some calcs and I found out that Sucker Punch does 46 to like 46 to like 50 damage on his Gyarados, and that's like with no EVs in attack. So I was like, okay, that's pretty dope. All I had to do was just chip off a little bit of damage, and right here, like, I was like, yo, Medicham, you're like so godly for this. But yeah, I got some chip damage off of him, and here's where I was like, I really kind of fucked up. Okay, so here is Ecstasy, which is actually Zoroark. He doesn't know that. Now, I was kind of like, okay, he knows that he's faster and he's stronger than me right now. Is he going to be greedy, or is he going to attack me? Am I going to use Sucker Punch, or am I going to use Dark Pulse? And I was just like, oh fuck, I don't know. I don't want to take no chances. So he decided, okay, he wanted to straight up attack. And then that's when I decided to straight up attack. Instead of using the Sucker Punch, I was just like, fuck, I could have really made a good ass prediction. Catch him off surprise and just mess it up right there. So he used the Waterfall, and I was like, shit. He broke my thing, put me on the sash, and I did use Dark Pulse, but then I found that, well, yeah, he's more especially defensive, I think. Gyarados are. But then I caught him off guard with a Sucker Punch. I was like, yo, thank goodness. And right here, Rocky, there's nothing for me to do here rather than like just get some damage off of him. And I did. He is so frail, because 28 damage. Well, 28%. That's still a lot. So here he brings this out. Now it's like the mind games start. Do I bring out Ludicolo? Because my thought process was I can basically do Thunderous. I was so glad that I switched out when it was Thunderous versus Scissor, because if I just made rash decisions and just sacked them off, I could have never ended up at this point. So yeah, I was just right here and I was like, I don't really know what to do. He might have rest, and that could be some other shenanigans or hypnosis that I really didn't want. So he's been scouting my moves all this time. I just wanted to get out of here. So he's obviously the support set. I was more prepared for the offensive one, but yeah, I switched right out, went to Excadrill because that was the only mon that I could kind of really sack off. But yeah, you see, like, the special investment was really working. I knew I could take him out with a Earthquake, but yeah, I kind of anticipated him to switch right there, but he didn't. So yeah, he obviously scouted my set. And the Scald, I was so surprised I took it so well. And then the rain was gone too. I was like, yo, this is really saving my ass right now. And I used the the Iron Head because I anticipated a switch. Like, all this time I'm thinking, yo, this kid, he might just switch into like Salamence or something, but he's not. So I was just like over predicting and stuff like that. And right here I was in like a bad position because I didn't know if he was scarfed or if he was banded. Because if he was banded, that means it's GG for me. I have Ludicolo right here, and I got this thing. Like, I'm just like, yo, I'm really about to get knocked the fuck out. So I was just like, yo, shit, if I really lose Ludicolo, I can't beat Salamence because that's my only Ice Beam user, and Thunders, he's about to get KO'd. And like, the thing is, like, I put just enough investment in Ludicolo in HP so he can survive either one Draco Meteor or one Outrage if it hasn't set up. So right here he decided to go to, I thought he might switch, but I was just like, yo, his defense is lower, let me just take like the bold move and just Ice Beam. I don't know if he's gonna KO, but yeah, he used close combat and I was like, oh my god, are you serious right now? 79% HP. If it was some freaking crit, or if he had a band or a life orb or anything else other than the conventional scarf, that was it. Like, I was done. And then Ice Beam took it out and I was like, oh my god, are you serious? This is crazy. The men's comes out. Now I don't really know what's gonna happen because I completely forgot about everything that's going on. I was kind of prepared for GG, and then the biggest BS happens. Well, I guess not BS, but he might have been like, what the fuck? Like, this really sometimes like annoys people when it comes down to this, but just watch. Like, I thought this was really like crazy. So at this point he eats his Kustop berry and just hits him with an Ice Beam, and I was like, yo, Ludicolo, you got this is literally the play of the match right here. But it's not even play. Like, I never really anticipated that I was going to be one-on-one with Salamence on the last turn. Like, I didn't think I would be resorting to my Kustop berry, but I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I saved Ludicolo like throughout this match, because there were so many times that I was just thinking like, yo, I need a Pokemon to sack. I need somebody to just come in and just do some kind of work. But I was just so glad I thought some things through. And yeah, so this is the NJ Marowaks. We took our first W, 2-0. I'm just glad that I beat the other rain team because like that was my initial plans. And I still could have ran a rain team, but I was just like, hey, I don't really want to commit to it that much. If he decides to run one, I'll have to punish him. But yeah, man, make sure to check out Chilled Phoenix, his YouTube channel and everything, and hope you guys come back for the next week. And this is your boy Elder Sage, and we out.